is 2 o'clock. Here is a news update. Ogun State civil servants have embarked on an indefinite strike in compliance with the directive of the organized labor in the state. The labor leaders called out workers on strike over the arrears of pension, gratuities, and deduction from salaries of retired and serving civil servants in the state. The striking workers are gradually crippling the state public sector as the state away from public hospitals, primary and secondary schools. Courts were also shut down with the gates into the state court complex at Ishabo, Abeokuta, locked by the striking judicial workers, who also prevented magistrates from entering the complex. At the governor's office complex, where the ministries and agencies are based, only a few civil servants showed up, and they were not attending to official duties. Top government officials, including directors and permanent secretaries, were on duty. The state government, in line with its threat to invoke the principle of no work, no pay against the striking workers, has opened an attendance register at its ministries and departments. The Senate is considering a bill seeking to protect people who make public disclosure, called whistleblowers, from persecution. The bill, which went through the second reading in the Senate on Wednesday, was sponsored by Senator Abiodun Olujimi. Olujimi said the bill would also provide for matters to be properly investigated. She recalled the cases of staff of Aviation Ministry and National Women Development Center who were sacked for public disclosure of corruption in their establishment. Governor Aminu Tambuwal of Sokoto State has asked state government in the North geopolitical zones to invest massively in education and promote inclusiveness in order to ensure peace and sustainable development in the region. Tambuwal said most of the problems facing the North will be over if majority of children in the region are educated. The governor, who spoke in Washington, D.C. in the U.S. at a symposium organized for Northern state governors by the U.S. Institute of Peace, said only educated and enlightened society could tackle most of the problems facing the North. The former Speaker of the House of Representatives also said there was an urgent need in the North to engage the youth on the need to have peace, harmony, and respect for conflicting opinions on issues. In foreign, the U.S. Republican Donald Trump has refused to commit to accepting the election result if he loses in the final TV debate against Hillary Clinton. The Las Vegas debate continued the campaign's bitter tone, with Mr. Trump calling Mrs. Clinton a nasty woman. Polls show Mr. Trump is losing in key battleground states after facing a slew of sexual assault allegations. The final battle of which came less than 3 weeks before Election Day on 8 November. The candidates declined to shake hands before and after the debate, setting the tone for what would later become yet another debate marked by shouting and interrupting. Mr. Trump twice declined to say whether he would accept the election's outcome, breaking with the country's long-standing tradition of a losing candidate's concession after the votes are counted. Finally, in sport, former Nigeria coach Samson Siasia is now in oil-rich Qatar in connection with a lucrative top coaching post. Sources said Siasia flew out to Qatar Friday afternoon. He's there to discuss a coaching post. His contract as Nigeria Olympic team coach ended with that tournament. He was caretaker Eagles coach for an AFCON qualifier double-header against Egypt in March. Besides also coaching the Nigeria under-20s, Siasia has also handled Heartland FC and now defunct Youth FC of Jos. That was the news update. I am Ahimerio O.I. Hidan. Good afternoon.